What up, y'all? It's your boy Aaron here. We back. I got a red shirt on. I was already wearing it before I started watching SmackDown. We might have something that goes on with a little red shirt action. We don't know if it means anything. People are already speculating. But we going to start this SmackDown review, 3 ups, 3 downs, recap, instant reactions, whatever you want to call it. It's going to start off with Solo and his Bloodline coming out. They got Bronson Reed acknowledging him. He seems to be a full member of the new Bloodline. He is part Samoan, Australian and Samoan. He just said he grew up mostly Australian, but it's nice to get in touch with his Samoan side with this new Bloodline, it seems like. But he comes out. He says, Solo on the mic. Very, very funny again. He always does little mannerisms, face things, and whatnot. Makes you giggle every now and again. But he calls out Roman to meet him in the middle of the ring by the end of the tonight to accept his surrender, basically, by the end of tonight. So we know that's going to set up, they always kind of come out and set up maybe the promo later on in the show. So we know we're going to get the face off again, the 4-on-5, it seems like. But we get a little backstage moment, Jay says there's Cody Rhodes. Roman's like, hell no. Sammy says, there's one more we could ask Seth again. Roman's like, hell no. So we don't know who that fifth member is going to be yet. Internet's been speculating. I put a poll up. Could it be, Cody still? Could it be Brock Lesnar? Could it be CM Punk? The word said, I think the people got it right on the poll. So again, the SmackDown, little shout out to the new SmackDown look. It looks pretty good. All the promos look nice. They had like a nice little Santos Escobar promo with LA Knight, kind of moving promo. It looked pretty cool. Just shout out to the, production team. We do see the little things that y'all do. It does make it a little cooler, a little better. I'm excited to see what Netflix on Raw brings. That's going to be crazy. The production's going to be through the roof in that Inuit Dome in LA, which I did hear like Chris Van Fleet say he just found out about the Inuit Dome like 2 weeks ago, and he accidentally leaked it kind of on his thing, and then WWE came out and said it's official. But I felt like I've known that for like a month or two, that it's going to be in the new Clipper Stadium. But maybe that's just me. I mean, it was speculation and rumor, but it became true. But we get a women's match, the triple threat match. It's going to be Bianca, Chelsea Green, Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport, shout out to her. She's pretty good in the ring. We don't really know her personality much. They used her a little bit when she first made the big main roster change, but not really seen her a lot recently. But she put on some good work in this match with Chelsea Green and Bianca Belair. Like I said, Bianca gets a huge, huge pop every time. Every single time she comes out, huge pop. But they need to get her away from this tag match or this tag team as soon as possible. I just don't think Jade is ready to move away from this tag team yet, but we'll see with time to come. In this match, we get Jade Cargill on the back of a car or on top of a car, fucked up. She got messed up by someone. We don't know who yet. It's probably most likely Liv and Raquel. That makes the most sense. But Bianca is torn whether to stay in the match for the U.S. Women's Championship or go help her teammate. She eventually goes, helps her teammate. Chelsea Green puts the unprettier on Blair Davenport. 1, 2, 3. Chelsea Green one step closer to the U.S. Women's Championship match as Saturday night main event. By the sound of the crowd chanting Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. We love her here at the 404 Hills. She needs to be the next U.S. Women's Champion. I guarantee WWE won't let it happen, but it needs to happen. Chelsea Green, U.S. Women's Champ, Saturday night main event. Let's go. Let's make it happen. That's what the people want to see. Give the people what they want. We wanted Cody to finish the story. We want Chelsea Green to finish the story. Hashtag Chelsea finish the story. Let's go. But that's kind of like difference, I feel like, between WWE and AEW. In this match, you have Chelsea Green, huge crowd favorite. You have Bianca Belair, huge crowd favorite. Either one of them can win, which is insane. You're like, damn, either one of these women can win. I feel like when you see an AEW women's match, it's pretty much, who's going to win when that bitch starts. You're like, yep, Mariah May's going to win, or this person's going to win. Statlander's going to win. You know why? Because I don't know who these other bitches are that they're wrestling. They don't have the big name female wrestlers wrestle each other unless it's for like the pay-per-view. Speaking of, there's only one women's match on this whole pay-per-view, and then a celebration for Mariah May finally, a champagne celebration. So they have like 9 matches, one women's match. Crazy. And it's going to be the worst match of the night because, Mercedes Moné's in it, and it's not been good. Even that build-up, what the fuck was that? With the broken arm making her get in there, and then she tried jumping on her back like 18 times, missing. Shit was terrible. It was sloppy. We'll see how sloppy it is this Saturday at Full Gear. But then we get the good pay-per-view, War Games, the next Saturday. So let's go. But Chelsea gets the win. Good shit. She moves on in the tournament. It's crazy. The crowd's really behind her. There are rumors that they might be replacing Jade Cargill in this War Games match. The rumor is it might be Charlotte Flair. That's what I heard. The word on the street. We get Charlotte Flair teasing a little something on Instagram, a little logo type thing. Maybe she's coming back. Maybe she's not. We'll see. But it looks like Jade Cargill might not be in this War Games match unless they try and build her up to still come out there and fight and she handles her business like that. But it's looking like they want to replace her, which is kind of crazy if that's going to be one of the biggest people you hope this company has. So it's going to be interesting to see which way they go. But then we get the LA Knight versus Santos Escobar match. Last week, a lot of people gave me slack because I criticized the open challenge because Santos came out for the open challenge and then LA Knight said no. That is the definition of not having an open challenge. And then, Homeboy just stares at LA Knight so he gets the match. That's not an open challenge. LA Knight picked who he wanted. That's the opposite of an open challenge. But we get a Shinsuke kind of promo in the middle. Shinsuke standing there, and then he attacks LA Knight after LA Knight gets the win. Stomps him out, throws him shoulder first into the pole a few times. Bang, bang, boom. Looks deadly. This might be the 4th match at War Games, I think, because they generally do the women's War Games match, the men's War Games match, and then 2 regular matches usually. So we'll see what we got. I mean, we got Gunther and Damian. So I'm thinking it might be LA Knight and Shinsuke Nakamura. We'll see. Are y'all excited about that? Shinsuke never really has been my favorite, so we'll see. We get Cody in a windbreaker coming out to the ring, calling out KO. And it's funny, we here at the 404 Hills, I brought it up many, many times. What Cody wears dictates how he's going to look. And it was funny. Shout out Sam Roberts. I am not Sam Wrestling. He said it this week on an interview, too, that, he started noticing that, he has a different attire for a different occasion. If he's in some track pants and a T-shirt and a windbreaker, he's looking to brawl. If he's in a suit, that man's probably not brawling. Sometimes there's exceptions, but Sam Roberts called it out. Shout out. We've been saying it here for months. It's just a funny thing I picked up on real early, but other wrestlers really don't do it because a lot of wrestlers don't wear suits like that, but he does. So it's kind of obvious when he wants to brawl, or he might be brawl in, but KO finally comes out, but he comes out in the crowd. He doesn't make his way to the ring. They're going back and forth. Of course, our man Cody has an emotional promo like he always does. He always is emotional in his promos, but this one's pretty good. He's just saying, KO, you have nothing to blame but yourself. You're the one holding you back. It's not an individual game. It's a team effort, all this emotion. And then KO makes a good point. He's like, I've been battling the Bloodline for 4 years. 4 years I've been battling this Bloodline. And then you team up with him. You're supposed to be my friend, blah, 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 blah. And then he says, you know what I did to Randy? And I loved Randy. I hate you, Cody. And then it goes off. And then, Cody kind of says we could fight here tonight. We could fight at War Games, or we can fight at Saturday Night Main Event. And we all know the rumor reported here, that it is probably most likely going to be the main event or Saturday Night Main Event. Super excited about that. I don't know if the story ends there or if it continues. Maybe you could have it spill over till Raw on Netflix, or even you could have it last all the way up into the Royal Rumble. But we'll see what happens. We get the Bayley and Naomi tag match versus Tiffy and Candice LeRae. Good matchup. We all knew it was just going to be another set up to the War Games match. So Nia Jax gets involved, starts tossing bodies. Io Sky comes out. We already know Bianca and Jade can't be bothered right now. And then we get Mommy, Rhea Ripley, in the LeBron James face mask, man. He's the black Batman face mask. She comes out with the kendo sticks, starts whooping Raquel, hits Candice a few times, but the sell on Liv's face when Rhea's music hits and she just starts screaming, it's a good sell. I liked it. It's I'm excited for this women's war game match. I don't know if they're going to replace Jade, but it looks like she was pretty fucked up earlier. They didn't come out to the rescue, so they might replace both of them. Maybe Bianca will be out too. We might get 2 replaced. We might get no replaced. We don't know yet. I'm excited to see though. We'll see what goes. But Tiffy, I love her in ring. She talks so loud you can hear her. Like, it's funny as hell how she be talking and communicating in the ring and talking shit. Good shit. I can't wait for her to cash in. It's going to be interesting because we're going to have 2 women's champions in the ring in the War Games match at the same time. And Tiffy's got a briefcase that she can use to cash in anytime. My thing is, if she cashes in the middle of the War Games match, does that end the match, or does it turn it into everyone's got a shot at the title? What's it turn it into if she cashes in? Do you get it? Because when Seth cashed in, it turned it into a triple threat match back at that original Rumble, or at that WrestleMania, Brock and Roman, when Roman was supposed to win the belt for the first time. Seth cashes in, it makes it a triple threat. So if Tiffy cashes this in, how does that affect the War Games match if she cashes it in before there's a winner in the War Games match? Interesting. I wonder, would it just be a free-for-all? That'd be interesting. That would be crazy insane. But I doubt it happens during the match. It'll probably happen after the match. We'll see what happens, though. But, Rhea coming out, I don't know if she really had a broken socket or not, but it seems like it because she's wearing that LeBron mask. We get another crowd favorite, Montez Ford, in a singles match versus Tommaso Ciampa. They're doing this because, Tommaso Ciampa cost them the tag team titles last week against the Motor City Machine Guns. So, Montez out here getting his revenge. Good match. He gets the roll-up win. Not a definitive win, but he steals a pin away from Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso's definitely going heel for sure. But, man, the way the crowd's reacting to Montez now, it might be because of this, but we've always been a fan of Montez here, 404 Hills, since the beginning. Give this man the solo push he deserves. But there's no way with the crowd, and they're just giving it, there's no way Montez is leaving right now. There's no way WWE lets that man leave and go and ruin his career and go to AEW. No way. Stay here. You're going to get that solo push. He would be a great rival for LA Knight right now. That's all I'm saying. Throw it out there. Book it. You could do that, in between War Games and the Rumble, have that little rivalry. Maybe Montez gets him on a random SmackDown. But then we get to the main event, the meat and potatoes, the promo we're all waiting for, the new bloodlines out there. Here comes Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, and the OG bloodline, Sammy, Jay, and Jimmy. They're coming out there, they have no idea. And then we get what we've all been waiting for. Those famous words from that little man we all love, Paul Heyman. Ladies and gentlemen. And he comes out, crowd reacts, but we all notice it right away. He's not wearing a full suit. He's just wearing a red shirt under that sports coat. What's that mean? We don't know. But us as wrestling fans, we try to dissect everything, and we think it means something because it's different. And generally, that does mean something when it's different. And Paul Heyman's kind of demeanor is a little bit different than it usually is. It seems like he's a little bit more like cocky towards Roman Reigns, kind of like, look what I'm doing now. And usually he's like a servant to Roman Reigns, my tribal chief. It just didn't have the same vibes as it usually does between Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. So we all speculated that Paul Heyman might be bringing the 5th member to help out this OG bloodline. And we were all correct. And that man came out. He said, we have 5 on 5, and the 5th member is, and it's a pause. And you're like, what'd y'all think? Were you like, it's going to be CM Punk. It's going to be Brock Lesnar. It's going to be this. It's going to be this. Zilla. It could be anyone. Could have been Zilla. Who knows? And then boom, Cult of Personality comes on. And here comes CM Punk, taping up his wrist, just goes to the ring and starts swinging on him. They get the advantage, obviously. The Tongan brothers come in. One gets speared, one gets the GTS, the go to sleep. Perfect timing. Then we get an awesome moment where we get a little crowd or a little CM Punk Roman Reigns stare off. And you're like, ooh, what's this? The future? Are they teaming up? Are they buddies? And then we get a little later on the internet, we find out that Roman's like, I don't trust you. CM Punk says back, you don't have to trust me. This is about him. And he points to Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman standing on that ring apron, staring at him with that crazy look in his eye, like he's the mastermind behind the great plan. And it was an awesome fucking moment. So crazy. I was wearing this red shirt, unplanned at all. I just had that intuition that my boy Paul Heyman would be rocking the red shirt. What's it mean? Who knows? Maybe there's a logo on that shirt underneath that jacket. Maybe, who knows? Who knows? Is Paul Heyman still with Roman, or is Paul Heyman back with CM Punk? Would y'all like to see Paul Heyman back with CM Punk? I kind of do. I want to see what happens. I want to see, what happens. And his first rival could be Paul Heyman's old guy, Roman Reigns. It'd be a good thing. Good thing to think about. Could be a match on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. We could see. We don't know. Speculation. We do it here. We fantasy book. We speculate a lot. But what a great segment. What a way to end the show. We all know, I haven't seen any spoilers yet, but we all know next Friday is taped. It's already been taped. Let's keep it together, y'all. You will not hear spoilers here on 404 Heels. Hopefully, unless we guess some shit and we get it right. But I will never read a spoiler and then report it here on this show. Not going to happen. Nah. So we'll get to that. We'll see what happens next Friday. The Go Home show, unfortunately, is taped. But, Triple H giving a little time with the fam, a little time with the kids. But I'm sure there was enough single people we could have had a good, maybe a good SmackDown. But it is what it is, y'all. That's my take. What do y'all think? Final segment. Overall, great SmackDown. One of the best, I think, of the last 6 months, probably 6 months. I want to say a year. I'd have to really go think about it, but it was a great one, y'all. But like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think, y'all. Peace.